Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Anthony.
I'm Wally.
And welcome back to the YouTube. I know it's been a little bit since you've seen me and this guy together. Last time we had Todd on, we were talking a little bit about how foreclosures are not as bad as the news was telling us, a couple months ago. But Wally, today, kind of wanted to just check in with you guys, give you a little bit of a market update.
And a little bit of an update on us, since
Yes.
we haven't been here together for a while, and it's been because we've been busy.
Yes, which is, hey, we'll always take that. We will always take that.
But apology about not talking to you and sharing information. So here we are. We're back.
Yes. So again, if you guys ever, have any questions, anything that you'd like us to bring up, as far as market updates or kind of how things are going, always drop it in the comments. We're more than happy to make whatever kind of videos you guys are looking for.
So what have you been up to since I saw you last?
Well, it's been, I know, like I said, me and you have been pretty busy. I've been working with a lot of buyers recently.
And why is that?
Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. It is a strong buyer's market for us in Vegas right now. And a couple, different things for that. Let's get started right here. Some experts, including realtor.com's chief economist, they're touting mid-October as the best week for buyers in years. And, that's crazy, but it kind of is a couple of different things going into that. They say it's a rare combination of, one, we've got increased inventory. While we've got the most inventory that we've seen in Vegas since, I think, 2010, 2011. So inventory is way up. We're seeing some reduced prices. So the sellers that are selling right now, they're motivated, right? Usually around the holiday times, you don't see many sellers, and that's just because it's the holiday time, right? It's a very big hassle, right?
Well, they say if you're selling your house and whoever, like if you're doing an open house, whoever is coming in. So we're in the fourth quarter, which has always been the slowest, not the best time of the year to sell. Mm-hmm. For the obvious reason, you just brought it up. The kids are back in school. Holiday after holiday after holiday, starting from October until the end of the year.
Yep.
So it's tough to sell and get up and move, pack and move, and it's really a tough time. So rule of thumb is anybody that's looking right now is totally serious about buying. So this is a good time for a seller, and right now it's a good time for a buyer, not necessarily because of the time of the year, but everything he just said. There's a lot of inventory. Prices are coming down. I will say, though, that they're not coming down as fast as you may think for a buyer's market.
No.
And I do think the reasoning for that is some of the sellers have the interest rate of 2.3, of 3 point whatever. Mm-hmm. So there's really not a lot of pressure on them to sell unless it's a job transfer or something like that they can't control.
Something life related, right?
Yeah.
So whatever that maybe that kind of pushes them to get things going quicker. But like you said, I agree. If people are sitting on those very low, 2.9, 3% interest rates, they're all right holding off a little bit, kind of waiting to see. Because right now, there is a lot of uncertainty, within the country, within economic-wise. In the world itself, right? So a lot of people... again, like you said, if people are selling right now, you're motivated. And the same thing with the buyers. And this is why it is also better for a buyer's market right now, too. A lot of buyers, they kind of settle down right now, again, for all the reasons that you said around the holiday time. So if you are looking around and buying right now, again, you're facing less competition, you got good inventory, and you're seeing some of those prices start to kind of trickle down, right?
And as per usual, I'm doing a lot of business in pahrump.
King of pahrump right here.
and I love it out there, and I'm happy to do business out there. Mm-hmm. But they're running into the same problems that people in Vegas are, the buyer's market. There's a lot of inventory in pahrump as well. And some of the issues we're seeing is not just pahrump, but everywhere. And sellers are trying to make it's normal. We all want to make the best buck that we can on a sale or whatever we're doing. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it gets a little ridiculous. And I just had a property that was a comp to what one of my buyers was looking for. And he called me this morning and he said, hey, look, the one across the street just came off the market. And I did a little research, and he thought it sold. It didn't sell. They withdrew. They'd been for sale for 171 days.
Okay.
They only dropped the price in that 171 days, $15,000, starting at a pretty high price. So, I mean, a buyer lost out and that seller lost out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't want to tell you not that you're being greedy. I don't want to say that, but at the same time, you gotta be for real with what you're trying to sell and what you're trying to achieve, and you just can't choke someone out.
Going along with that, we had a good Know Your Market class today. One big thing that they brought up, and I totally agree with this. I just took a listing for myself, and we're dealing with this right now. Sellers think that it is back in 2022, and buyers think that we're back in 2010, right? So both sides, they're not seeing what the market is right now. And we could bombard you with facts and
we
and
got
numbers
a boatload
and this
of
and that.
stats here.
Of course, so we're going to go over some of those today, but it does fall on you eventually, right? So you got to see what the market is, and you got to be realistic with yourself. If you're a seller and you've got your place listed $100,000 over market price, it's going to take long to sell, right? And if you're a buyer and you're coming in with these lowball offers, right, and they're getting denied, that's why. You got to take a look at how the market is today, and using all the facts that you can from your realtors and anything like that, make your best kind of decisions based off of how the market is right now.
Well, here's a stat right here. 1 in 7 home deals fell through in August. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And most of that was cold feet and unrealistic pricing.
Right. At the end of the day, it always falls back on price.
Right. So the bottom line is, buyers, stay ready. Something's going to pop, and you're going to find the perfect home.
Mm-hmm.
And just go for it. And like they say, if you need to look for the home, not shop the rates, because the thing is, you need to find the perfect home, the home that's perfect for you and your family. And when you do that, buy it at the rate that we have at the moment, refi that rate down the road. You'll be happy that you got the perfect home, and you'll be happy with the better interest rate.
And that's another great point that we wanted to bring up today is interest rates. So if you guys go back and look at some of our videos from a year ago, 6 months ago, the whole time we've been telling you, these interest rates, they might be here to stay for a little bit longer than what most people want to accept, right? And Wally, from my side, as I said, I've been doing a lot of deals with buyers recently. It seems that people finally have started to kind of accept, where the rates are at. It's an acceptable level for them. We are still, as of today, 10-14, conventional 30 years sitting around 6.31%. And for FHA VA, we've got 6.05. So not too much has changed in the past 6 months, Wally. Everybody keeps saying...
It's now in the lower sixes as opposed to the upper sixes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the change.
Mm-hmm. But, everybody always keeps telling me, and they keep asking me, well, the Fed keeps cutting rates, the mortgage rate's going to follow.
It's never going to go back down to the threes. At least
Never.
not in our lifetimes. And between the two of us, there's a lot of lifetimes here.
unless something unforeseen happens, right? Always, you never know what happens with.
I mean, they are
the economy, with the world.
They are expecting some more rate cuts. As a matter of fact, another stat, if you will.
Let's get it.
Federal Governor Waller said rate cuts are still on the table. Okay, what that really means that we just need to be cautious, he says. Translation: we're getting closer to cheaper money. But it's not going to be tomorrow. It may be towards the end of the year or the beginning of the year. So, again, don't shop rates. Shop for the home.
Mm-hmm. And going along with this, too, with this market that we're in, with this, great opportunity for buyers, exactly like what you were saying. With the sellers, they're starting to willing to come down on prices, and they're, more importantly, whatever agent you have, always talk about this, seller concessions. We're seeing so many deals with seller concessions right now for the simple fact, everything that we've said, there's a lot of inventory. Buyers have the option, if the seller's not kind of working with them, they can go buy the same house down the street, right? The listing that I'm taking right now, there's 4 model matches in the neighborhood, right? So it is tough kind of navigating that as a seller, but again, as a buyer, it is a great opportunity for you. Don't focus so heavily on the rate for exactly what we've said. It might not be changing too much over the next 6 months or whatnot. But if you're looking to get into that home and you're financially ready, go do it. Go do it. You can always refinance later.
That is correct. Make life easy.
Yes. And kind of just one more thing overall. The market is moving pretty slow overall, as we can say. Right here we've said homes are sitting on the market about 2 weeks longer than usual for this time of the year.
Yeah.
And again, that goes into everything that we've said, inventory, just the time of the year.
Well, inventory. There's a lot of inventory, so that's going to make things move slower.
Mm-hmm. But the moral of the story, there's still people out there getting deals done, right? Buyers are still looking. We can tell you that much. We've got, we're always showing homes out here. And sellers, there are sellers out there willing to make some deals happen, right? If they're not, as we said, if they have a life situation going on, then they're not going to be able to sit around and wait for their home to appreciate to the price that they would like, from the market. As you said, you got to kind of take a look at how the market is right now and make your best decisions from that.
That's about it. We could keep talking, but we'll lose you.
We could, yeah. That was a lot of stats for you today. I do think there were a lot of good stats. So if you guys have any questions about anything that we talked about today, of course, if you would like any specific videos, I'm doing a couple videos right now for TikTok about the strip, kind of how the numbers are looking with that. Let's talk about that real quick. Personally, when I went down there, Wally, I know our numbers are down tourist-wise. But what's funny about that is the numbers are down, but the revenue is up. So,
well, what's interesting
what
about
does that
is,
show you?
well, let me make it a little more confusing. I've been reading where some of the big hotels, MGM being one of them, doing a lot of layoffs of employees.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a strange market, if you will.
Very strange. But again, that's why you got to absorb all these stats that we throw at you, make your informed decisions. You use all the tools at your disposal, right?
And we're part of that. We
Yes.
are your tools.
Yes.
I don't know if that sounded right.
We'll take it either way. But hey, it was great to get back with you guys. Again, we're going to be trying to get back in the office more, doing some more, market updates, kind of how the market's looking, anything else like that. We've always got property tours going up. We're really big on new builds. New builds offer some great deals, especially.
Some of them are offering some amazing deals, and it would be advised to get a real estate agent with you when you go to negotiate at new builds, because it can be, I don't want to say confusing, but you could miss out on a couple of things. So have someone with you that has experience working with new builds.
And again, like you said, we are at Q4. Those big builder companies, they start offering some deals right now because they want to get as many homes sold as they can right before their earnings, right? So now is, again, we're going to keep harping on it. It is a great, great time if you are a buyer. If you think you're, starting to try to get into the market as a buyer, maybe right now, you might want to start getting it going even quicker. Right now is such a great time. Always reach out to us. We can send over some properties, some deals that are going on right now. Anything you guys need, we're here for you.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
I think that talking to you.
Yes, sir. That'll be all for today. Thanks, guys, and let us know in the comments anything else you guys want to see. Thanks.
See ya.